Unlock the forgotten secrets of the 1921 one-penny coin, the hidden treasure that has slipped through millions of hands without ever revealing its true story today. We uncover the incredible journey of this small copper piece that survived wars, recessions, and the test of time to become one of the most fascinating coins for collectors around the world. In the vast expanse of numismatic history, few coins capture the imagination quite like the 1921 one-penny coin. When you hold this coin in your hand, you hold a direct link to a world that was rebuilding, reshaping, and redefining itself after the devastation of the First World War. This copper coin, minted in the early years of the Roaring Twenties, carries with it the echoes of a generation striving for stability and progress. The one-penny coin from 1921 represents more than just a unit of currency. It is a testament to the endurance of a nation and the resilience of its people. At that time, the United Kingdom was navigating the aftermath of the Great War. The economy was struggling. Industries were transitioning and workers were returning to civilian life. The Royal Mint continued its production of the bronze pennies, with the image of King George V adorning the obverse side. His portrait facing left, a symbol of continuity with the long tradition of British monarchs depicted on coinage. The reverse side bore the iconic seated Britannia, a figure who had graced the penny since the 17th century, representing strength, naval power, and the global reach of the British Empire. Collectors today seek the 1921 penny not only for its age, but also for the stories etched into its metal. In 1921, over 129 million one-penny coins were struck in London and the branch mints in Australia, including Sydney, Melbourne, and Perth. This widespread production makes the coin common in circulated condition. Yet within these millions lie rarities, varieties, and eras that fuel the hunt for the exceptional among the ordinary. The coin was struck in bronze, an alloy composed primarily of copper with tin and zinc. This composition had been standardized in 1860, when the large copper pennies of the Victorian era were replaced with smaller, lighter coins. The bronze penny remained in circulation until decimalization in 1971, meaning some 1921 pennies stayed in use for half a century, enduring countless transactions and countless hands worn smooth by decades of commerce. A single penny could buy a box of matches, a newspaper, or a portion of sweets in its day. For working families, it was a small but vital unit in the household budget. Imagine the bustling streets of London, Liverpool, or Manchester in 1921, horse-drawn carts still mingling with the early motor cars, children playing in alleyways, factories humming with the return of peacetime production, and in every pocket jingled the copper pennies that made daily life possible. Numismatists study the 1921 penny for its mint marks, die variations, and strike quality. Coins minted at the branch mints bear tiny mint marks like H for Heaton or KN for Kings Norton, distinguishing them from their London-struck counterparts. These details often mean the difference between a coin worth a few dollars and one worth hundreds, especially in high-grade, uncirculated condition. The design of the coin itself reflects Victorian ideals carried forward into the 20th century. Britannia seated with trident and shield facing the sea, the lighthouse in the background. On some issues she looks resolute, unfazed by the changing tides around her, her image evoking the maritime power that had long defined the British Empire. King George V, meanwhile, appears dignified and measured, his reign marked by constitutional stability despite the upheavals of his time, including the Irish War of Independence and the foundation of the Irish Free State, which would take place just a year later. The Royal Mint at Tower Hill was a hive of activity in 1921, continuing its centuries-old legacy of producing coins for the realm. Advances in minting technology ensured more consistent strikes, yet the human element remained. Engravers carefully maintained the die. Striking presses were operated by skilled workers, and quality control was done by mistakes did happen. And today collectors cherish these mint eras. Off-center strikes, die cracks, and double strikes add intrigue and value to an otherwise common coin beyond its technical details, the 1921 penny has seen the world change it. Passed through the Great Depression, the Second World War, and the post-war boom before the United Kingdom transitioned to decimal currency with the introduction of the new penny in 1971, many of these old coins were withdrawn and melted down, yet countless examples survive tucked away in drawers, biscuit tins, and jars across the country, inherited by generations who saw them as relics of simpler times. Sometimes they appear unexpectedly during house clearances or metal detecting adventures, sparking excitement for both amateur treasure hunters and seasoned collectors. When assessing the value of a 1921 penny condition, is everything circulated examples with heavyware hold modest value, but specimens in extremely fine or uncirculated condition can command significant prices in auctions. Provenance can also add appeal. A penny traced to a historical figure or significant event may fetch a premium, though such examples are rare. The story of the 1921 penny is also entwined with the global reach of the British Empire. As British mints supplied coins to colonies and dominions, pennies from this era circulated not just in Britain, but in places like Australia, South Africa, and India. Each coin traveled thousands of miles, changing hands from merchants to farmers to laborers. It became a tiny ambassador of the empire, circulating stories, ideas, and commerce across continents. Numismatic historians studied the wear patterns and hoards to learn how these coins moved, how they were lost, how they resurfaced. Some hoards have been discovered in the walls of old buildings or buried. Caches offering a tangible link to the daily life of people who lived a century ago. Each coin found is a puzzle piece in the greater tapestry of our shared past. The allure of the 1921 penny also comes from its role as a gateway for new collectors. Its relative affordability in circulated grades allows beginners to start their numismatic journey holding a real piece of history without spending a fortune. It teaches them about grading, minting history, and the subtle art of spotting genuine coins versus counterfeits. Speaking of counterfeits, the 1921 penny is no stranger to forgeries, especially higher grade examples. Unscrupulous individuals have attempted to alter dates or add mint marks to boost value. This makes authentication crucial. Reputable dealers, third-party grading services, and well-documented provenance protect buyers from falling victim to these deceptions. For historians, the penny provides insight into the social and economic conditions of post-war Britain. It speaks to inflation, the purchasing power of money, and the everyday transactions that sustained working-class life. When you hold a 1921 penny, you can almost hear the clatter of coins in a shopkeeper's till the chatter of markets, the rumble of trains carrying goods across the country. Each mark, each scratch on the coin tells a story, its journey from mint to pocket to purse to piggy bank and now to collectors' cabinets around the globe. As we explore this coin in detail, we also touch on the people who handled it, the children who traded it for sweets, the soldiers who carried it home in their pockets, the workers who earned it after a long shift in the factory. Each story personal, yet universal, speaking to the enduring value of small things that often go unnoticed, but shape our lives in profound ways. From a technical standpoint, the Royal Mint annual reports provide a window into the production figures, the metallurgical composition, and the quality control measures of the period. They also reveal the challenges the mint faced during economic uncertainty. Fluctuating metal prices and changes in demand required flexibility and innovation, ensuring that the nation always had the coins it needed to keep the wheels of commerce turning. The design continuity of Britannia on the reverse ties the 1921 penny to centuries of British coinage tradition. Her image dates back to Roman times, when Britannia was the personification of the British Isles. The Romans minted coins with her likeness, and centuries later she was revived as a symbol of unity and strength. This continuity connects the Victorian era to the Edwardian and into the reign of George V. Each iteration of Britannia reflects subtle shifts in artistic style and national identity in modern times. The 1921 penny has found new life in the hands of collectors, dealers, and historians. It appears in collections big and small, from casual hobbyists to institutions like the British Museum, where coins like this help tell the story of a nation. This humble copper disc stands as a testament to the everyday lives of millions, the hidden value in what was once ordinary today, as we conclude our deep dive into the 1921 one penny coin. We are reminded that true numismatic treasures are not always defined by rarity alone, but by the stories they tell, the connections they forge, and the history they preserve. Whether you are a seasoned collector or a curious beginner, the next time you come across a worn old penny, remember, you are not just holding metal. You are holding a piece of living history, a bridge to the past, and perhaps a legacy to pass on to future generations. Keep searching, keep learning, and keep the story alive.